Gosh, you guys, here I am. Sorry I'm late. I think it's going to be okay today. It looks like I have somebody on. I was just running a little bit behind. But anyway, I've got some fun projects and some updates for us today. And we're just going to be kind of creating on the fly here. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Beth. Thank you for hanging in there. I had a little slow start, but I'm here. Thanks for sharing, Karen. I appreciate it. Yeah, right. Good morning and happy hot coffee. Yay. Okay, so here's what we have. I kind of got distracted this morning. I started making cards yesterday, and it was like, oh, I didn't like any of them. So then it's like, well, I'll wait and I'll work on them some more this morning. And it's like, ew. So it got to be crunch time. So let me show you what this card is about. And this one we're going to kind of create on the fly. I'm just going to bring my parts in. All right. So I have a Knight of Navy card base, okay? And I see that I didn't cut a piece for my insert, so I'm just going to do that quickly. And we want that cut the same as the front, which is 3 3/4 by 5. So there's that. So I have 2 pieces of basic white that are 3 3/4 by 5. You can see that I've got a mishmash of die cuts here. And I'm just going to keep those all right there. And I punched out that little ladybug. And now I'm not sure about the ladybug. So we'll find out how this all goes. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, this is exciting, ladies. And before I forget, Happy Easter. That's pretty exciting too. All right. So, is what I cut out, and let's just cut some out of another paper that we'll put together in a bit. So is what I did is I picked out 4 patterns of paper. These are from the Hello Irresistible, and if you haven't seen this paper, it's gorgeous. But I picked out these 4 patterns, and I like what happens on the back. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this green piece, but we're just gonna figure that out as we go, okay? So I am going to do my card in landscape. So I'm going to cut this piece at 2 1/4. And then this is at 1 5/8. Okay, so this is a good layout to use up those scraps, and I know we all have them. So this one I want, well, that's all right. This isn't going to matter. 2 1/4 by 1 5/8. And I was worried about this not being in a landscape orientation, but I don't think those leaves that look like they're embossed, I really don't think that's going to matter. Yeah, thank you, Kathy. Happy Easter to you all. All right, 1 5/8 by 2 1/4. I know this is a little monotonous, all this cutting, but I just kind of wanted you to see the process here. And then this one I want to go, I think I want the stripes to be up and down and not horizontal, so I'll just go this way. So now I have 4 pieces of paper, right, that are all 1 5/8 by 2 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go solid, print, solid, print. I'm just going to stack them up just like that. And I'm going to cut them, and I want to go from the bottom left up to the top right. Okay? So, bottom left to the top right. I press down, and then I just cut up and come back down. I can cut all of them at the same time. So now we've got this, okay? I'm going to set those aside because we'll do that one here in just a little bit. But that's what I have here too. Same thing. I did 4 patterns and 4 pieces, and then cut them from the bottom left up to the top right. And that's important so that they lay out as we want them. Good morning, Debbie from Lionel Lakes. So is what we're going to do first is just kind of lay them out like we think we want them. Okay? So let's see what I've got here. I want maybe like that and like that. And this is the fun part, but it can also be a little bit frustrating, and I don't know if I'm just making it harder than it is, but you know, sometimes it's just like that, right? All right, so then if I go, I'm going to go this one, and then this one, this one, and that. I think that'll work just fine. So, like I said, this technique is new to me. It may not be new to you, but it's really fun to see how many, go through your designer series papers and see how many you can come up with, okay? So I'm going to take, and liquid glue is crucial on this one because you need to have that little bit of wiggle room, okay? So I'm going to add my liquid glue, and you really do want to take your time on doing these. Just, the center isn't critical because we'll have something there to cover up our, but what is critical is try to get that same little space, whoops, did you see it slide? Between those, between your diagonal pieces, or on the diagonal, I should say. They're triangular pieces, but on the diagonal. And then I'm going to just keep going right around, gluing these down. And I found the easiest thing to do with these is just to try to keep your borders equal. Okay, let's see what people are saying here. I can see. Good morning, Nance. All right, so I'm just going to glue these down. We're halfway there. I know, pretty putsy. I do have some made up that I can just show you. We aren't going to have you sit and watch me glue pieces, but like I said, these strips or these pieces are small enough that this is a good, I like to call them scrap busters. You know how we all save those pieces of paper because you know you could use them for something, right? And I should tell you too that this paper comes from that Regency Park suite, and it will be retiring, which the suite, or the stamps and the dies and the bundle, or I'm sorry, the punch are not retiring, but they won't be in bundles. They are moving into the annual catalog. But the paper is not. And I'm not certain if it's available still, but you can go out and look. So you can see that this, I got a little bit wide right here. And I can just try to fix that a little bit by moving that over. Because like I said, that center, this isn't going to matter. We're going to put something over the top of it anyway. Okay? So, then I have this piece that we can put in the center, and I wanted to use, you guys, the Hello Ladybug set carried over to the new catalog that comes out on May 2nd, right? So, is what I wanted to do is I wanted to use our ladybug, which I have one punched out right here, and then I thought vellum would work really well for the wings on our ladybug. So I'm just going to put this in like so and punch out a set of wings. And then I can just put these on with a mini glue dot. So I'm going to put those on just like this. Oops. It's trying to fly away. Ha ha. Alright, so the sentiments in this little ladybug is, may your greatest wish come true. Hello, it's a good day. You can bug me anytime, and my friend. So I think is what I'm going to try to do on this one is I'm going to take the hello stamp, and we'll just mount that on a block. And using Night of Navy ink. Oh, you guys, speaking of Night of Navy, you should see all the beautiful blues. I've got a card cut out over here that we're going to put together. And Misty Moonlight, I don't know how long some of you have been with Stampin' Up, but Misty Moonlight is an amazing, amazing color. And I'm really excited that it's back. So I think our little ladybug can go on, and I'm going to decorate her up with some of the die cut flowers there. So I just want to stamp this little hello, and it is little. Isn't it cute? Alright, so while that sits for a minute, I'm going to bring in our flowers, and I'm going to take some of our solid backgrounds, add just a touch of, sometimes is what I like to do when they're really fine dies like this and I haven't used the sticker sheet, is I bring in my silicone mat and I just put a dab of glue there, and then is what I can do is just dip these, and it works pretty well. So I'm just going to take my tweezer, dip it, glue it. And I'll take this bigger white one with the wow, that was a sign of old. Did you see that? I couldn't get my I couldn't get my bifocals to focus on top and bottom of that with my tweezer. Yikes. Alright, and what else do we have here? Let's do one of these little... Mango Melody, you guys, is retiring. I'm so sad. I love Mango Melody. But, wait, just wait. These new colors are so fun. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, let's do a white with the Mango Melody. And these catalogs both retiring at the same time. Man, I have spent the last 2 days... Oh, I have bad audio, Ginger's telling me. Huh. It looks like it's working. I don't know. Is anybody else having bad audio? I can try doing... Ooh, I don't want to mess with it while I'm on. Good morning, Mary Alice. Happy Easter. Okay, so then is what I'm going to do is just take these flowers and I'm just going to kind of decorate up my... I guess I'm going to need one more. Well, that's not hard to do. Just put this little white one right on the blue. Okay. I just want her to be decorated up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to put those right along the line where my vellum leaves touched on my ladybug. Okay. Thank you, Kathy, for the reply. I'm going to put a little mini glue dot on this one. We'll just pop that up just a touch. And yeah, I like it. I like it popped up. All right, couple of dimensionals on our ladybug. And pop her wings up just a little. We'll put her on. And then I wanted to give just a sprinkle of flowers here and there on the card to kind of bring some continuity in with our die cuts. And then I'm just going to add dimensionals on here as well. Alright, so there's one using the Regency Park. And I can see that I've got a little bit of sticky adhesive on my wings, so I'll get rid of that. Alright, flip it over. Add some more dimensionals. And let's put that on our Night of Navy card base, which then that really makes it pop. Good morning, Joyce Paulson. What a pleasure to have you on. I think I got this a little bit crooked, but there we go. There we go. So there is the layout, okay? And that again is using the Regency Park with the Hello Ladybug. And both the Regency Park stamp sets, the dies, and the punch carry over to the new catalog, as well as the Hello Ladybug and the coordinating punch. So that's exciting. So, oh, I forgot to put my inside in. So I just have Hello, and on the inside, I wanted to add, I just think that You Can Bug Me Anytime is so stinking cute. So I'm going to take that and ink that up with Night of Navy. Stamp it right there in the center. And add some adhesive. Put that on the inside. And then we can add just a couple little sprinkles of flowers. So there's a Night of Navy. Let's put a little white overlay on there. Whoops. It's wanting to stick to me. Let's just move that back here a little. There. And then we can add one more. And I think is what I want to try is just to do let's just put one of these on. And maybe one more. Get those little dots out of this one. I left the one there in the center, that's okay. And there's another. Kind of that rule of 3. All right. So there's our finished card. What are you guys thinking? Thank you, Kathy. What are you thinking about this? I guess I'm calling it kind of a spray. I forget what it's called, actually, to tell you the truth. But it kind of looks like sun rays splooshing out. All right, so here's one more that I have cut out. We did these just a bit ago. I showed you how these go together, right? All right, so let's bring in, and this time I have a card base that measures 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to put my pieces on the 3 3/4 by 5. So let's start with, I'll start with this one. And then we'll do, let's see, what do we like here? Let's do this. This is going to be really soft in color, I mean. We'll put this one up there. And how about this one? I always think this is fun, laying these out. I don't know. Maybe for some people it wouldn't be quite as fun as I think it is, but I really do like it. So I think I'm going to switch this up. And then we can do this way. Just trying to get those colors. Kind of mixed up in there a little bit. Now I've got both greens on the same side. Does that matter? I don't think it does. So I'm just going to leave it. Alright, so those are ready to be glued down. And I already showed you about the gluing, and I really don't want to waste your time having you watch me glue this one. So I'm just going to kind of lay it out as I would glue it down. It's going to get put on this Flirty Flamingo back. Oh, you guys, I don't know. Should I glue them down or no? I don't know. Anyway, I just want to be able to show you really how fun these are. So, on this Hello Irresistible paper, you get these full sheets of these flowers that you can cut out with the dies. Is what I found with those is that if I put an adhesive sheet on the back of the paper, added a piece of white cardstock, and then die cut them, you get these really nice firm flowers. They aren't all floppy and crazy. So, is what came with, or is what's coming out, I should say, in the new catalog is a new circle punch. It is 2 3/8 inch. Who doesn't love circle punches, right? So is what I took to bring in the green is just a piece of soft seafoam. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the center. And then I'm going to add just a few, I think that's too many. There, that looks good. Add a couple of those die cut flowers, and then right in here, the stamp set has quite large sentiments, which didn't quite fit in there like I wanted them to. But the smallest one that was there is the hello. And so is what I thought would be really cute is just to lay that in there on that green. I love the colors in this. I don't know, it must just be my spring fever is breaking loose. But, and then these loose frosted dots are coming back. I thought for a while they were saying that they had sold out. But these are like the perfect embellishment. These are not adhesive back, so you do have to glue each of them, but it's worth it just to kind of sprinkle them in and around, okay? It's so different. Doesn't have as much country quilt vibe. You know what? That's true, Mary Alice. The other thing, too, that I was thinking on this, and I've already, of course, done my Easter cards and sent them out. But I'm going to show you something quick. Now, the Easter Bunny and the punch are in the new catalog. So, that'll be coming back. The bunny punch had sold out. But, like I said, it is going to be coming back. So, you can watch for that. But another thing I thought was really cute for this was to take and stamp out the bunny. And you can really stamp your bunny in any color that you want. And just for this, I'm going to use, well, let's just stamp our bunny in like an early espresso. Maybe not. Let's stamp our bunny just to be really different in the Flirty Flamingo. We'll see what this looks like. It might be crazy. And our bunny punch goes down. Oh, I think she looks cute like that. And we'll punch it out. And you could just add your bunny with a Happy Easter. And I don't even know if I would put I think I would just put the bunny on without the circle on that one. And then just a little Happy Easter or whatever underneath. But yeah, you're right, Mary Alice. The quilting with this patterned paper isn't such a pop. But let's move out to this next one, which I'm super excited to share with you. So check this out, you guys. This, I'm going to take this down now so that you can see what we've got going on. Look at this paper. This is the Countryside Inn. This is the new designer series paper. But can you see the birds and the blues, the night of navy, misty moonlight, boho blue, and balmy blue? Aren't those gorgeous? I know. I just love them. So let's bring in our pieces. I have a misty moonlight cardstock with the boho blue. This is 3 3/4 by 5, so it's going to be just the same layout as we had going. Okay, my pieces are a little different because, as you can tell on my paper sampler, I cut these strips 1 1/4 by 4, and so I always have these 1 1/4 by 4 piece or strip left over. So is what I did is I just changed up the measurements a little bit, so they actually measure 1 1/2 by 2 1/8. I just took 1/8 of an inch off. We'll see how this plays out. But I'm going to do a patterned piece, and I don't even know if this matters. Let's just try it. We'll put all the patterns up this time. And I'm going to cut, this part does matter though, from the left up to the right, okay? So put them in here so our points are in the cutting trough. Before I put it down, I want to make sure that my blade, I can push down from the center, cut this way, cut that way. So there's our triangles. And this one I left all the patterns up. So we'll see how this works. And I want to make sure, I think I did cut this down too because I had cut down the pieces. I did. This measures 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. All right, here we go. We're going to be gluing again. All right, I'm going to put that on. Let's see. I don't want it like that though. I'm going to put that one here. And then let's put what I think it does matter. I think you have to mix them up because now it looks like all of our patterns are, oh no, it's going to be okay. All right. To that little bunny, I like that one peeking out right there. Look at that. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I don't know. I probably could mix these up a little bit better, but I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to start gluing because this is really, really, really pretty. Yeah. Nancy, did you say this, you're loving this paper? Yeah, me too. Actually, I say this every single time, but you need to actually see the papers to really believe, or to be able to really see or believe how beautiful they are. Stampin' Up! Does a bang up job on our catalogs and the imagery and all that, but there is something about seeing these papers for real that just, my gosh, the colors and the patterns and all of it, it's gorgeous. All right. I always am trying to decide, it's like, oh, I don't want to cover that one up, but for this pattern to work out, you really have to do that. So see, like this one, there's a really cute little fox on the back of it. So I'm just gluing these all down. But I think we got a little flavor of each of the papers. That's another thing that's fun about this card, is it's a great way to show off the double-sided designer series papers, I think. Okay, so there's that. What have we got? People saying that new DSP is so pretty. Yes, it is, Mary Alice. Not like using fabric. Yes, yes. And not all of the designer series papers work that way, but a good number of them do. So that part is really quite fun. Now, there isn't an exact, well, what am I trying to say? There isn't a die set, or that's not really what I'm trying to say. There's a stamp set and dies that go with this. However, it does not work with this particular layout. But let's see what we can come up with from the new products. And the one thing that comes to mind for me is I think this is the one. Let's see. See, you get all these new names. It is. You guys, check this stamp set out. It's called Timeless Arrangements. So is what you can do is you die cut, like let's say we'll just do this and see how it turns out, because I haven't used this stamp set yet, but look at these dies. So you can do on here, let's look at all these words and combinations. I just love it. So let's do this thanks or thank you. Take that off my block and put this one on, and then I'm going to, oh, now I got blue ink all over my fingers. Sorry. I have to just wipe them off here. And glue, because I'm a messy gluer. All right, so let's do this, and then let's take this small little die here. And these aren't just stitched. There's little like cross stitching on them. Stitching has become so popular in the paper crafting world right now, which is, for me, that's super fun. I don't do a lot of stitching anymore, but it doesn't mean that you can't start up again. So there's the thank you. And then I think we'll die cut that out with this rectangle. And then I'm just going to die cut this out with, I'm going to cut it out with the balmy blue so that it pops with our, all right, I'll be right back. I'm just going to die cut these two things really quick, okay? Okay, well that wasn't as quick as I thought it was going to be, but here it is. Now, there's little thin sentiment strips in there too that you can actually stamp in here as well with these little one-line things. And there's one in here that says, thank you for being my friend. Let's see if that fits on here. Might be a little long. But no, I think it's going to fit. So I'm just going to put that on a block. And let's try it. If we don't like it, we can cover it up. Look at this, you guys. How cute is that? And can you see that there's little X's die cut in there? I'm going to close this before I've got my project in there. But let's add this to our card. Can you also show the stamp set that goes with the paper? Oh, yes. Yes, Robin. I will do that. Kathy, I'm glad you're all about the blues. Okay. Yeah, I love showing off these new products too, Mary Alice. They're just so fun, and like, I don't know about you, but I get actual, like, I lose sleep over thinking about the possibilities with my new stamp sets. I just love them. So I'm going to use adhesive or Stampin' Dimensionals to put this on my card. So like this. And I purposely wanted to bring in or blend those blues. I love that. So let's see what we can do about this. I'm going to add, like I said, I haven't worked with these. This is the first, but I'm loving it. So I'm going to take this little piece and I'm going to go across like that. Yeah, this is going to be, or I think it's super cute. I don't know. You can tell me what you think or if we need to switch something up. But, and then I'll grab that stamp set and the dies that go with this suite, okay? The other thing too, I should say, if you are an ordering customer, your catalogs have been ordered and they should be coming out. I still haven't gotten my catalog either in the mail, but my mail is kind of junked up. So, all right, so there it is. Thank you for being my friend. All right, hold on. Let's go get that stamp set that goes with the Countryside in. Just wait until you see them. They're amazing. Can you tell what I've been doing? I have been labeling and rearranging my stamp studio. Out with the old, in with the new. All right, let's go see. Now that was the timeless arrangements. So there's our card. And here is the Countryside Corners, it's called. And check this out. Okay, so you look at it and you're like, so what? All right, here's the dies that go with it. And so is what you can do, and as you can see, I haven't even done anything, but this is, let's just mount this while we're live for anybody who does not or has not done this. So I'm going to take this off. And you take off. And if somebody does it different, that's okay. However it works for you. But this is what I find works best for me. So now is what I'm going to do is I am just going to find like that corner or the angle. And I put down one side and then just flop. Press it down and peel it up. Okay? So that's how I mount my stamps. So let's just do it. I'll stamp it out and die cut it if you guys want to see it in action. If you have to go, you can always drop off. And I almost squealed when you put those two strips together. Oh, good, Joyce. Squeal away. All right. Mary Alice, you go to sleep every night thinking about it too? All right. Thank you, Robin. Great ideas for the new products. Thanks, Beth. All right. So here we go. And you know how if you order a stamp, like a stamp kit or a block kit that has all the blocks, and you get this great big block and you're like, well, I don't know what I'd ever do with that, right? Well, being the Stamparatus is discontinued, I think our really big blocks are going to be our friends again. So I'm just going to flip this over. I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock. And just because it's sitting here from our card, I'm going to ink this up with Night of Navy. And you know, when you get bigger stamps like this, it's easier to take your ink pad to the block than to try to maneuver that, because it's too big. I mean, it's too hard to hold on to, right? So now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to see how kind of clumsy it is when you get the big blocks. And I'm going to lay it down. And then I've got this handy dandy, I call it my air hockey stick. Just kind of rub that down good, and let's see what, ooh, that's cool. And then, if we want to, we can layer these on, like so. And if you get them laid in there just right, I bet you could just tape these together with a little Post-it note tape to keep your spacing right. Like that. And then the final one. So hold on, is what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab some of my Post-it note, my low tack tape, and I'm going to go here, and just for safe measure, oops, I think I moved it. There. I'm going to put this one here. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to line this up on my Boss machine. And this one, I think you would have to have the standard size. I don't know. I haven't obviously tried it, but I think it looks a little bit too big for the mini. Okay, so what I'm going to do is run this through. You can hear it crunchy, crunch, crunch. And then our final product is this. I love this. I'm not going to take all my dies apart. I'm just going to try to get my pieces out. So now you've just made all of these fabulous frames. Okay. I'm just going to leave my dies taped together like that, because I can't imagine that you wouldn't want all of these. But now if we tried to put them, let me just grab a piece of boho blue here. Gosh, you guys, this is getting to be a long one. But so look at, you can layer them up if you wanted to do every other. How cute is that? Seriously. Okay, let's see. This stamped great. Oh, that stamped great on the big block. Yes, it did. I know I will continue using my Stamparatus, Mary Alice. However, if people see you using it and they don't have one, I can't sell them one. So I wondered if you're going to have room to cut them all at once. Isn't that great? Yes. What kind of tape did I use? I used the Post-it note labeling and cover-up tape. It's just a low tack tape. I use it all the time. I know, Robin, isn't it pretty? And then the other thing I was thinking too, like if you wanted to use them all, wouldn't it be cool to like put them on mini dimensionals and like layer them up or layer them down depending upon which direction you want to go? But look at this cute little tag too. I mean, can that be any cuter? And then look at the stamps that I just shared with you with timeless arrangements. That little thank you would fit in there. I really appreciate, I mean, any of those you could stamp in that little label. I think it's just darling. So, but I love the idea. And look at this little flower just popped in from Regency Park. That was a, you know what I call those? I call them happy accidents, when something just kind of falls in all of a sudden. But look at how cute those are even on there. I mean, wow. I just don't know that this can get... You always think, oh, what can they come up with next? Haven't we seen it all in the past 40 years? And then the catalog comes and it's like there's a million new things. A million new things. And you're like, huh, just when you thought it couldn't get any better. But look at that little flower in there even, and I don't know, I just think it's cute. And there's these stamps too in the timeless arrangements that I'm pretty sure some of them would even fit right inside there or to be stamped in the center. All right, I'll quit because I can just keep going on and on and on. I feel so blessed to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and to have the opportunity to share with all of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting my Stampin' Up! Business. And happy Easter, everybody. So until next time, bye for now.